Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about ways to keep your kids' clothes chaos under control. I recently had a time where I cleaned and I did a lot of laundry. And honestly, it was the first time that all the laundry in our house was done, except for the clothes we were wearing, at one time. Like, the baskets were empty. There was no dirty clothes until I found a dirty sock of my 9-year-old's in the living room, under the couch. We were deep cleaning and we found a sock under the couch. But other than that sock and the clothes we were wearing, all of our clothes were clean. And that's the first time in forever. Like, laundry is a cycle in our house. We've got 5 kids. 5 kids. No, we do not have 5 kids. We have 5 people in our house. 3 kids. It's myself, my husband, a 13-year-old, a 9-year-old girls, and then a 2-year-old boy. So I've been through the cycle. We've been through several cycles of clothes, switching out seasons, things like that. So I'm going to give you some tips on how to keep the clothes under control so that it doesn't make you lose your mind. I have lost my mind over clothes so many times. Trial and error, made some mistakes. Like I said, I've got a 13-year-old, so we've had 13 years of dealing with this. And I've learned some things, and I'm going to share that with you. If you are new to my channel, if you would, hit the subscribe button and come back for more content. If you don't like it, unsubscribe later. All right, let me get into it. I think I've got 10 tips. I've got notes. Let me get to it. All right, newborns. Like I say, I have a 2-year-old, so we are not that far away from the newborn stage, so it's still fresh in my memory. I learned from one kid to the next that you do not need a bunch of clothes. You're going to get stuff give to you, hopefully. People will be nice, have a shower, things like that, hand-me-downs. It's really, when you have a newborn versus like 2 to 3 years old, 2 to 3-year-old, when they start getting a little bit older, like toddler size, people quit giving you stuff. But when you've got newborns, in my experience, people are like, oh, I've got clothes. Can I give you some clothes? Or, oh, my friend's trying to get rid of some clothes. Can I give you some clothes? It's going to happen. But you do not need that many clothes. You do not need to buy that many clothes for a newborn. You're going to have favorite styles. You're going to have certain kind of zips, certain kind of buttons that you like, and you might not figure that out until they're a little bit bigger. So don't go overboard buying all the cute stuff. I know it's so hard, especially little girls. It's so hard not to buy the cute little girl clothes, like the little sleepers with the little frillies on them, and it's just, it's hard. But you got to keep it down to a minimum amount of clothes because they don't need that much. You're going to cycle through your favorites. You know, if you reach into a drawer with 15 onesies, and you know that, you know, there's 3 that are your favorite and they're clean, you're going to grab those all the time. If they're not, if you don't feel like they're comfortable on your baby, then you're not going to put them on them and it's just going to get pushed to the side. Get them out of the drawer or don't even put them in there. Minimum amount of clothes for a newborn. They need sleepers. You need spit rags. Bibs, maybe, if you want, you know, the drool bibs. We didn't even use bibs that much for my third son, my third kid, my son. Like, we barely used bibs at all. And those are another thing. You get bibs that are like the fancy ones with the writing on them, or you get like the ones that are supposed to match certain outfits, and that just gets out of control. Basic. Just stay basic with the baby clothes. They don't need that much. They grow so fast that if you buy, you know, you get 15 to 20 sleepers in a newborn size, they're going to outgrow that in 2 weeks. And then you're going to be in the 0 to 3 month size, and they're going to outgrow that in 2 to 3 weeks. And then you're going to be in the 3 to 6 month size. Just keep it minimum. What I did was I kept the amount that they're going to wear for a week. You know, 7 days a week, 7 sleepers, maybe have 2 or 3, 4 extra because they're going to spit up. Newborns are going to poop. It's going to be nasty. You're going to need to change clothes. So if you're only going to do your baby's laundry, and I always do my baby's laundry separate. We used a different detergent and all that for like the first year. So I did their laundry by themselves. So if you're going to do laundry once a week, think of how many they need for 1 week. 7 days a week. How many sleepers for 7 days to make sure that they've got enough, and on that 7th day, you wash it, everything's brand new, you fit it back in the drawer. You don't need 30. You need 7 days worth. So just, I think that's a good rule of thumb if you're going to, however often you're going to do laundry. If you can do laundry every day, they only need a day or 2 days worth of clothes. But I think for us, it was a week, so a week's worth of clothes was all they needed. I'd mentioned that people are going to give you clothes. It is bound to happen. I was blessed with a lot of hand-me-downs from somebody with my son, and it was great. We still have some of that stuff. It was like anywhere from newborn to 3T, 4T stuff, and we still have stuff put up that I'm waiting for him to grow into, and that was great. But I was picky with it. When I went through the boxes, I didn't keep the things that I knew I would not put on him. There's certain style of pants, certain styles of onesies, you know, prints on the shirts that I didn't care for. I didn't keep them. With my first 2, and not so much, like I say, I learned from one to the next. With my first daughter, I kept everything. I was like, they gave this to me, so I need to use it. She needs to wear it. No, save your sanity. It's great that somebody give you something, but if you can help it, go through it, be picky with it, and only keep the stuff that you know you were going to put on your child. Don't have the stuff in your way that you have to fumble through on the drawers and get out of the way to find the thing that you actually want them to wear, and you just keep digging over that thing that they're never going to wear. Get it out of the drawer, or don't put it in the drawer to begin with. Don't hang it in the closet to begin with if it's just going to get pushed back to the back of the closet and never worn and take up space. Just save your sanity. Don't keep it. Pass it on to the next person. Take it to consignment. If they want it back, give it back to them. Just say, this just didn't really fit. I only got so much space, and this, everything else was great, and this just isn't going to work. Whatever you got to do, just save your sanity. Only keep what you're going to use. Same thing goes with the older kids. If you get hand-me-downs, or if your older kids are hand-me-downing, is that a word? If things are getting handed down to younger kids and they absolutely hate it and they're never going to wear it, don't put it in their closet. I mean, there's some stuff as a parent you have to say, yes, you're going to wear this. But if you're giving them a preference and you're not going to make them wear something they hate, don't even put it in their drawer. Don't put it in their closet. Maybe hand it down to the next kid. Wait on them to grow into it. Consign it. Give it to somebody else outside of your house. Whatever. If they're not going to wear it, if it is a style. My two girls have two different styles. Some of the stuff she loves from her older sister. Some of the other stuff she's like, nah. If they're not going to wear it, don't keep it. Send it on its way. Send it down to the next kid. Send it out of your house. Don't keep it if they're not going to wear it. That was, like I say, with my oldest one, that was a big deal that I had to learn to the second kid and the third kid. Don't keep it just because somebody gave it to you. Be thankful that you got stuff, but don't keep it if you're not going to wear it, because it's not doing anybody any good. When you are going shopping for your kids, whether it's newborn up to a teenager, make a list of what you need. I'm so bad about going in somewhere and having in mind they need a long sleeve black t-shirt and we need 2 pairs of jeans. But I get in the store and I see this coat that's on sale, and I see these cute shoes that are on sale, and I see this short sleeve shirt. Just make a list, check off the things on your list, and then if you got more money, more time, more space, get the other things. But make a list. Keep in mind what you need when you go shopping. I keep a list on my phone now of things that the kids need, so that if I happen to be somewhere and I see something, I'm like, wait, I think that was something that my oldest daughter needed, and I'll look, and yeah, she is looking for a specific white sweater to wear with this dress, and I see something like that on sale, I'll grab it. But my brain ain't gonna remember. So keeping a list on your phone of the clothes that your kids need, I guess that's another tip I can add to the list. Keeping a running list of needed items, look ahead, know what they're needing for the next season, or, try to plan ahead if you got special events coming up that they're going to need stuff for. Keep a list on your phone so that when you're out and about and you see something, you can refer back to your list and know if it's something you need. But definitely when you're going shopping, make a list, know what you need so that you can get those things and you don't get sidetracked with the other things that you might see that you won't. Something I started was a 1 in, 1 out rule. If you've never heard of that, it is what it is. You bring one thing in, you send one thing out. When we organize our closets and our drawers, I will show them, this is all that's going to fit. If we need to downsize to 15 t-shirts and, 10 skirts, whatever, we get it down to a manageable amount. And I say, all right, you get anything new, one has to go out. If we're shopping somewhere and it's something that's not a necessity, they just see a cute t-shirt or a hoodie or something, I'll say, all right, can you think of a hoodie at home that you're going to get rid of when we get back to the house? And if they can't think of one, we don't get it. Unless it's something they need, sending one out that they don't fit anymore and bringing one in, we're not getting it. It's 1 in, 1 out. And I try to stick to that. And it has worked so far. Something else that I learned after the second kid, closer to the third kid, was to have a designated spot in their rooms or in my room to put their clothes that need to move out. Stuff that they've outgrown that we want to consign or we want to donate or we want to give to somebody else. They have a spot in their room, in their closet, where they put the stuff that they don't fit anymore so that it doesn't get thrown in the dirty clothes and washed and put back in their closet and then thrown in the dirty clothes and washed and put back in their closet. They know that when they put something on and it don't fit right, they might come and show me like, does this fit? Does this look right? And I'll say, no, put it in the get rid of pile. And they know where that spot is in their closet or their room. put the get rid of stuff so it doesn't go back in their closet. And then when I'm purging clothes and making a consignment box or whatever, then I will go to that spot and I will pull everything out, and I know it's stuff that I don't even have to ask them about because they decided on their own that they don't want it anymore, or it doesn't fit anymore, and I can get rid of it, no questions asked, and they don't have to be here with me when I'm doing that. I can just pull it out whenever I'm have the time to do my donation and my consignment run. I started doing that for myself too, because I'm bad about that. So I have a place in my room where I put stuff that we are getting rid of. I have a place in my room where we put like household stuff that we're getting rid of, because otherwise it just gets thrown in closets and drawers, on counters, wherever. So I have a designated spot in my room where I put the clothes that my husband or myself are getting rid of, plus any of the household stuff that is still good that we could consign or donate. It gets put in that spot, and I do my monthly, quarterly, whatever runs to consignment and donation, and I can just go straight to those places, grab them, and go. Also, along with the donation or giveaway pile that my kids have, they also know that they are supposed to throw away anything that has holes in it. You know, they come and show me if they think it's something, you know, big that I'm going to want to see. But I have told them if it's their undergarments that have holes, stains, whatever, they're nasty, throw them in the trash. I don't need to know about it. They don't need to get washed again. Just throw them in the trash. If it's socks with holes in it, just throw it in the trash. I tell them to let me know, you know, like, hey, I've thrown away 2 pair, 3 pair, then I know that we're going to need to get some more, and I will put it on my list on my phone because I'm not going to remember. But I'll put it on my list that this certain kid needs this certain kind of clothes because they've been throwing away the old, nasty, dirty, holy ones or whatever. So teach them to not put the stuff back in their drawer and back in their closet that they're not going to wear anymore. Keeping the clothes organized saves so much time, saves so much sanity. Keep your kids' clothes where they can reach it, where it's accessible. If you have a young kid, make sure they got a stool in their closet so that they can reach their closet to get their clothes themselves, which also means that they can put their clothes up themselves. If they get clothes down, they need to be able to reach to put the clothes up. If they're little and they can't reach, they'll reach up there, they'll grab something off the hanger, and then they can't put it back up. If they don't wear it, it gets thrown on the floor. So make sure they can reach to hang their stuff back up. And then with their drawers, maybe do like stickers if they're too little. Make sure they know where stuff goes. Have it labeled. Have drawers labeled, have bins labeled, put a picture of socks, picture of shirts, pants, whatever, hats and gloves. You know, get creative so that they think it's fun, especially when they're little, so that they know when they're putting their clothes up where to put it, and they know when they need something where to go get it from, and they don't have to ask you. That keeps down on the clothes getting washed over and over, because you don't get clean clothes getting thrown on the floor and then you don't know if they're dirty or not. Make sure that it is easy and accessible for them to put up their own clothes, as well as taking it out. They need to be able to put it up themselves and get it out. And like I said, for the babies, you don't need that much clothes. You don't need a ton of clothes for your kids either, your older kids. You need to keep it down to a minimum. Let them know that one in, one out. Let them know that, you know, whatever their space is, that it has a maximum capacity and you cannot go over that. Your clothes, if they're hanging in a closet and you got them all smushed together, they're not going to look that nice if you got them all twisted and they're getting wrinkled while they're hanging in the closet. That's the point of hanging them up, is so that they can stay nice and wrinkle free and look pretty on the hanger. And when you get them down and put them on, they're nice and wrinkle free. You have to teach your kids by setting the example and helping them go through their clothes and organizing, keeping it nice and neat, keeping it, you know, where it's not all bunched up. And say, you know, you only need 15 t-shirts. You only need 5 t-shirts. Whatever the number is for you and your kids and your family, have a number. Let them know they need to get rid of something. It's getting overcrowded. You got to get rid of something, and help them get rid of those things. But keep it to a minimum. If your kid has a certain style, have them go through and get rid of the stuff that they don't want. You know, maybe they've gotten hand-me-downs that they don't like. Get it out of the closet. Get it out of the drawers. Help them keep their clothes to a minimum. It will help them be able to get their clothes out and see what they've got, put it back up, and not have clothes all over the floor and clean clothes put back into dirty clothes baskets for no reason. Keep it to a minimum. And then along with that, like I say, you have to help them and set an example. I had to learn this the hard way. You can't expect your kids at a young age to know how to purge their own clothes. It takes practice. It took practice for me as an adult. So several times a year, I will kind of pick through their clothes and real quick just run through. If I've got a few minutes while we're getting ready in the mornings, I'll say, you ever going to wear this? You ever going to wear this? If it's stuff, I'll just do a quick run through of their closet and be like, let's get rid of this, let's get rid of this, and maybe pull out 2 or 3 things. But at least once or twice a year, winter to spring, and then fall to winter or summer to fall, at least twice a year, I will help my kids go through their closets. My 2-year-old, not so much. I just kind of do his stuff as he's growing out of his clothes because it happens so often. But my girls, I have definitely been doing this for the last several years. We will pull everything out. We will pull everything out of the closet. We will hang it up and look at it, and we will only put it, we'll hang it on I say hang it up. My oldest daughter has a loft bed, so we use the bottom of her bed rail to hang up all the clothes so that we can see it, and then we only put back in the closet what she is going to wear. Same thing for my 9-year-old. We will pull everything out of the closet. We will lay it across her bed, dresses here, shirts here, pants here, skirts here, and we'll say, all right, let's go through the dresses, and we'll go through the dresses, and if it's something that doesn't fit her anymore or she doesn't like, I'll just say, are you ever going to wear this? And if she says no, then I'm not going to put it back in her closet. I'm not going to fight with her. We're going to get rid of it. And we will go style by style, piece by piece, and we will only put back in the closet what they're going to wear. And I'll also do that when I've switched out the clothes. Like I'll go ahead and bring in all of their, hoodies and coats and long sleeve shirts and all that. If we've got any hand-me-down stuff that needs to be brought in, I do save a seasonal box of hand-me-down stuff that doesn't fit anybody at the moment. And when the next season comes in, I'll pull that box out. We'll go through it, put it in the closets, or put it in the rooms, and go through it with those clothes that we are eliminating, and then we'll put it in the closet. So we'll go through each style, each piece, each category, and then put it back up. We'll do that with their drawers. We'll take out all the socks. We'll take out all the leggings, all the t-shirts, all the pajamas, anything like that. We'll take it all out, and we only put back matching sets, the things that are not stained, stuff that they know that they love and they're going to wear. Only put back the keepers. Everything else gets put in the donation or the trash or consignment or whatever pile. But I have to help them do that. My 13-year-old can do it on her own, but just like, I don't know, us as adults, we like people helping us. We like having somebody to talk to, and kind of, especially girls, to throw the ideas around like, well, you could wear this with these shoes, or if she says she doesn't like a certain style, well, have you tried wearing it with the belt or with the shirt over it, or just different ideas. Girls like to have company when they're trying on clothes, that kind of thing. And we also use that for a try on time, so my girls are like try on their stuff. But anyway, just saying, you need to help them get in the habit. If you're not in the habit, you got to make it a habit so that they can make it a habit, and they can do this on their own. And when they get to be older teenagers, or they're living on their own, then it'll just be second nature to them to keep their clothes under control and not let it get to where it's just aggravating them, driving them crazy. And they'll always know that they got clean clothes, and laundry will never be a hassle for them. Wouldn't that be great? All right, so anyway, that was just some stuff that I was thinking of after this past weekend of doing some deep cleaning and getting all the laundry done. It was nice having all the laundry done, but it wasn't that difficult. I did maybe 3 loads, or I did maybe 4 or 5 loads of clothes that day to get everything caught up. It wasn't like an extreme 15 loads of clothes and got everything clean. It wasn't that crazy. And it's because I have used these things that I just talked about for several years now, and I've kept our clothes clutter chaos under control. It gets out of the control sometimes, but it doesn't take us long to rein it in and get it back under control, because I went by these tips for several years. So I hope that helped you. Maybe one of those rung a bell with you, and it's something that is going to help you from here on out to keep your clothes under control with yourself and your kids. If you enjoyed it, please give the video a like, and I will see you on the next one.